And then you just gotta win in all the other boxes. What are the boxes? Let's do that. And before we get out of here, what are the boxes? So physical attraction, right? That's the box. That's what that would be, right? For the most part, right? Physical prowess. Is that two different things?
Yeah.
Yes, physical prowess and physical attraction, two different things.
Okay. Finances. They don't care about your principles if you got money though. See, that's the thing. Like this shit fall apart.
Is it?
I think personal character matters.
I don't know.
Yeah, you the minority. You the minority.
Oh, you can end
I
up
think
in a
most
bad
women would say
situation.
money supersedes all of that. Money's
Oh,
going to be the top of the list.
So you end up with a dude beating on you or something because he got money. It's okay.
Why you always go there?
I would say the majority of women, they're not saying it's okay, but they're likely to tolerate it from him versus
Or
somebody
a
else
serial
who's not in
cheater.
that
He
same
could be a serial
situation.
cheater.
Yes, niggas that pay for shit get niggas that pay for shit
Yes.
will get the benefit of the doubt for everything. They'll put up with cheating.
Generally
They'll put up with
speaking.
abuse. They'll put up with cheating, abuse. They'll put up with any and everything as long as then like what they say, Hamp. You want to cry in a Honda? You want to cry in a Maybach?
Oh,
That is true, absolutely. And it's like when you're dating that type of man, you already know going into it what the situation is going to be like, so it's not a surprise. Usually they let you know off the bat.
No. I don't agree with that. Most women don't know. Most women just can't see
They
past the
know.
fucking
Best
money.
and
No, they
believe they
don't.
know. They may
They
feel as
can't
though they
see.
can change that man when they start dealing with him, but they know.
No,
They definitely
they
know.
don't know.
there's
I
normally
promise
some
you
definitely
they
flags
know.
that present
They
themselves.
They
don't know.
definitely know.
They believe the issue is they believe that they're the unicorn that's going to
That could
change that
change him.
man and make that man commit to them. That's the
Yep.
problem.
That's a fact.
So a woman that's been in her life of poverty or damn near poverty has no idea of the lifestyle of a high value man. Okay, she has no idea. If she grew up in motherfucking the projects or Section 8 food stamps, and she gets with a nigga that fucking pretty much has his way and he has financial freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, she has no expectation of that lifestyle. She knows nothing about it. She doesn't even understand the access that he has to other women. So no, she does not. She thinks
You
that
do know. One thing with these men is they're very vocal about what they want and they will let you know off the rip. There's no guessing game with them. Like they're letting you know that
On that
there's
level,
so
yeah.
yeah,
and women's
they'll let you
delusion
know
still
that you could be replaced immediately. They're letting you know that every woman want the same thing you want. Every woman want to be in your shoes right now. They do not hesitate to let you know
and
that
women's
every argument,
delusion
every
Yes.
moment they get, they will let you know that.
and
I've been
women's
several times,
delusion
so I could tell you this is a fact. They
and
know their
women's
one thing with them
delusion
is they know their value.
I got you. And women's delusion still don't allow them to understand it is what I'm telling you. Like you said, we're saying the same things just different ways. Women's delusion allows them to think that, oh, I'm special. I'm gonna be the one as to
To
where
change the
I get
nigga.
to yes, I
That's
get
what
to
the shit
change
they
the
want to
rules, so on
do.
and so forth. I'm
They
saying it's
also
because of inherent delusion that women have as to where she thinks she's the special one to make this nigga leave all the rest of the hoes alone. She's the special one to fucking what's it. So she does not understand that like what you're saying she thinks she can do, she can never do it. That's my point.
That don't defeat the argument that the women do know what be up. It ain't like they going
Right.
into a situation not knowing, hey, I know this nigga got bitches. Like I could just tell. Like
Mm,
they do,
You
they
know.
do, they do. I'm
they
gonna tell you
still
what
don't
they
even
do.
know that,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you what they do. Cause I'm gonna tell you a nigga that's like that running like that. Some girl gonna leave some type of something around somewhere. You know what I'm saying? They gonna leave something somewhere, something for them to leave a mark on. And other bitches to know that I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like some soap or some it'd be some shit you'll never think of. And other bitches look for that shit. Like they be looking for like, let me see what his cabinet look like. Let me see what's going on here, what's going on there. And they do investigations, so they will know. They sign up for it, knowing
No,
what's up.
what y'all aren't understanding is with that type of man, women play the guessing game with the average men. With that type of men, and I'm letting you guys know this from experience, there's no guessing game. They let you know what it is off the rip. They will let you know you're either going to settle into their lifestyle or they're going to replace you. Like they're not
Okay.
playing these games. They're not trying to hide their tracks. They're not trying to paint a picture of something that's going to occur that's not going to occur. You know what the situation is before you're entering it. If you hear what Young Miami, Cassie, all of them women that dealt with Diddy, they all knew there were other women involved. They were partaking in experiences with other women. When you're dealing with a man that's considered high value at that level, you know what it is up front. They're not hiding it from you. They're so out there with their lifestyle. They're not hiding it because at the end of the day, they already know that they could pretty much have any woman that they want. So they're not afraid to replace you. So these women is never, I promise you, it's never a secret.
No, I can believe that.
I believe there's still the whole charmer, wolves and lambs clothing type of deal going on with some of them.
Not for the high values, like for
Not
maybe
for the
like a
high. I
low,
promise
like
you,
a
they
regular
are the
nigga.
most
Yeah,
arrogant. They don't give a shit. It's a very cold world up there. I
I can believe
promise you
that.
that. It's a very cold world up there. And that's why
Because they
most
don't have
women, when
to.
they're you're right. And most women, when they're dealing with that type of man, you will hear them say things referring to the lifestyle. Because primarily at that point, you're mostly in it for the lifestyle, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I can't consider high value somewhere I can't get real love. That's my answer to that. So he wouldn't be considered a high value man to me.
It's not for everybody. I get it.
Yep. Yeah, man. Again, I don't know. I think the parameters of it, of course, is always surrounded by the money, right? And that's that's the number one mover for women in today's society is the money. Nigga can be 4 feet tall. He can have no charisma. As long as he's willing to spend a certain amount of money, women guns going right. And the whole other part of it is just that. So I think though what happens a lot of the time is women are able to outsource funds from several different men. So even if they quote unquote run into a high value man, they'll piece together several other niggas if and whenever that shit don't work out the way they want it to work out, and they just get tired of it, or they bounce to the next high value man if they're attractive enough. So the problem is a lot of women think that they're eight nines or dimes and they have the access to where, you know, the NBA player, the NFL player, the rapper, the actor, the wealthy guy, tech guy, whatever, going to swoop out of nowhere and put them up in a penthouse and pay for an apartment. That's not most of these women's lives, bro. That's like maybe 10% tops, right? Those are the elite of elite, attractive women. Most of these women just get, a cash app here or there, maybe some food or whatever, and mostly dick. And that's what they qualify for.
But you can't blame the women for that. I mean, men have to take some responsibility too. I mean, you guys talk about accountability all day, but you guys do lead with money. The number one thing that men say to each other is, bro, get your money up. Once you get your money up, you
No,
could have any woman that you want. So
no.
you guys are the one who also set the tone for that. Everybody's talking about women are making things transactional. It's because of women that money is being valued the way it is. I mean, men has a heavy hand in that too, because you guys are telling each other to get the woman that you want that you need to get your money up. You guys are the ones that are online saying, get your money up. And when you turn 30, 40, and you're successful, you can have anybody that you want. So how can you blame the women for that if that's the advice that you guys are giving each other?
No. And no, men are telling men to get money for the sake of the men being successful overall. The first thing I and most men I know, they tell the men, don't get the money just to give it away to some random bitch. That's stupid. That's dumb. Don't reach your pinnacle and don't reach your height and then fund another woman's fucking life when she's a grown ass adult. More likely than not, this regular smuggler just like you are, right? So no, most men aren't leading with their money because most men don't have enough money, as y'all say, to lead with. So we know the average fucking, the average, just to stick with black men, the average salary for a black man is what, 50,000, 55,000. Can you lead with money making 55,000 a fucking year, Caressa?
If you're dating below, yes, you can. Like, you know how you guys often say you'll take the girl from Burger King and McDonald's and polish her up a
That's
little
Burger
bit.
King.
So
That's Burger
yeah,
King
you
and McDonald's,
can.
baby.
You
55,000 a
can.
year is Burger King and McDonald's. You're not taking her out of nowhere. She got to
You
keep working. I promise you.
You can, but again, if that girl has nothing and she's significantly in a financial deficit, that's going to be appealing for her.
Yeah, but that man can't afford to lead with money, is what I'm saying. He doesn't have
He
enough.
can. He has enough. If that's what the average man is making, how would he not
Carissa,
make enough money to take her to an Applebee's
Car-
date,
Car-
get her a pair of Nikes every now and then? You
Car-
think
Car-
that's out of reach?
yeah,
I don't
Carissa,
think so.
that's I don't think most women would consider that leading with money, because he has his own bills that he has to pay. 55,000 a year is not going to cut it as to where you're able to what y'all call it, love bomb a woman, or really wow and impress a woman with 50,000 a fucking year, Caressa. Come on, unless you living
What
in,
I'm
like,
saying is,
no
if
offense,
she
Shad, Alabama or Mississippi or some shit.
Right, but if it's again like the men are saying amongst each other, you get yourself that young girl from Burger King who's still living at home with her parents. I mean, you will have enough money to wine and dine
No,
her because for
I
somebody at that level,
no, no,
what
I
more
Carissa.
agree
than
She
with
that
you,
does
dealing with
she
Carissa.
the
need?
Carissa.
I
She
agree with
dealing
you.
with this. No, you wrong.
And
You
not to
wrong
mention
too,
too,
I'm
another
about to
thing
tell
is
you.
August.
let me just finish this point. The passport bros, you guys are going overseas because you can't afford the sisters over here. So you got to go to Thailand, Vietnam, and afford those cheap bitches because you can't afford the ones over here. Let's
The
be real
bitches here
about why
cheap
y'all are
too.
going overseas. It's nothing about tradition because
The
best
You're
and
bitch.
right.
believe when y'all go over there, y'all are paying money over there too. It's just
Yes.
that over there is
No.
where you can actually afford it.
Well,
All
yeah, exactly.
facts. She
So
talking.
like
She's speaking
everybody likes
facts.
a deal, right? If you, Caressa,
Yeah.
you don't pay full price for a purchase on sale, right?
Same
Purses
purse.
I get don't go on sale. No, my purses don't go on sale. You're not gonna find them in Marshalls or Target. So I pay full price for everything.
Come on, Carissa,
You know the
stop the
analogy.
cap, bro. Stop. Here we go. Either way,
What?
we gonna just
I'm
skip
keeping
past that.
it real.
You're not. You're
Goyard
definitely
don't
not.
have sales.
You're
Balenciaga don't
you're
have sales. So
you're
I pay
definitely
full
not.
price.
And it
But go
show
ahead. I see the
and
point you're trying to make.
yeah. Come on, Carissa. We done all been in the fucking Saks off fifth. We done all been in the Nordstrom rack. Stop playing. So anyway, as I was saying, right, um, the whole thing with this shit, Carissa. I'm gonna say it again. Those girls, especially if she's a highly attractive girl, the young fucking baddie, she's fucking with the scammers. She's fucking with the rappers. She's fucking with the niggas that don't make $50,000. So unless you get her super duper early before any of those other niggas get to her, which you're not gonna be able to do if she has any sort of social media, no. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The $50,000 nigga, the $55,000 niggas don't have money to lead with. No woman
I
is going to
think
be.
you looking at it wrong, dog. Because
Disagree.
men do lead with money. Like that's
Thank
the
you.
number one thing. On every level, they gonna buy a date that they can't
What?
afford to look like they got it. I'm gonna tell you why though. Because that's what women like. Women like niggas with money. That's the top tier thing on their bucket list for attractions for niggas. So if you want to get more women, you got to get more money. That's just a fact. And that's the chip that the biggest chip that niggas lead with is money. It is what it is. They can't. Some of them lead with more money than others, but it's always lead with money.
Again, man, I guess we saying two of the different things. So what I'm saying. What? So I'll ask this question. I'll ask a question, qualifying question. So what is money? How much money is this man spending on a woman to lead with money? How
It
about
don't
that?
even. It don't. The amount don't matter. We're not talking
Is it?
about. I'm gonna tell you why. It's just we're talking about the behavior on every
No.
level. On every level, the $55,000 nigga, if the chick bad enough and he want her bad enough, he gonna make himself look like he at least a $57,000 nigga and take on the type of date. Real talk.
No,
And
bro, he
go
can't.
broke.
A Nick, no, Austin,
If he
Austin.
want her bad enough, yes, he will,
I mean,
dog.
August, my bad, August. a nigga that's living paycheck to paycheck and his credit fucked up and he don't have the fucking extra money to spend can't motherfucking fly a bitch out the country.
That's not
on
what
a
we
trip,
saying.
bro.
We not saying that he's gonna deal with the
August.
low tier bitches around him.
August, so I'm trying to tell you. So that's
Exactly.
why I'm
August
asking
You know what I'm
gets
you
it.
saying?
about-
August gets what I'm
the bottom
saying.
barrel
August
bitches on
gets
them.
it.
That's what we're gonna deal with.
August, so that's what I'm saying. So $50
Yeah, they going to
here.
Cheddar's and Applebee's.
Damn
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
$50.
Run
And they're
them bitches up.
satisfied with that.
That's
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wilding. So we saying that a fucking 2 for $20 at Applebee's is leading with money. That's what we saying now.
You've
Fucking
never
right, bro.
experienced that before? Yes, for
Yes,
her.
yes.
What we're
Y'all
saying is
wildin',
for
bro.
her
Hell
that
yes.
is.
Yeah, y'all
Yes.
wildin',
For
man.
her,
If she's
on her
having
level, yes.
experienced
Y'all
better,
wildin'.
yes.
She ain't never
Y'all
been on a
wildin',
date
bro.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Niggas
That's
just
weird,
pumping and
but
dumping.
what's the amount of women that's never been on a date, bro? Come on.
You be surprised, dog. They got some low tier women that think they high value. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Yeah, y'all wildin', bro.
All women think they high value for real.
Yeah, but okay.
Well, some of us can back it up. Hey.
Hey, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying
I
that
know
you
you're
all
not
women
saying
think
that.
they
I'm
tens.
just saying.
220,
You can't
2
say
for
nothing
20
about
at
me.
Applebee's is a nigga
Leading
leading with
with
his
money,
wallet.
apparently, huh? That's what I said, man. That's what they said.
He ain't getting it
I
for
don't
free.
get it.
That shit sounds
That's-
He ain't getting it for free. It's
That's
all he
crazy,
can afford.
2 for 20. She's saying he leading with money.
Yes, that's what she said.
It depends
on
on
that
the
level.
Hamp. You missed the whole conversation, Hamp. You missed the good
It don't
part.
matter, Hamp. They said that. Her and August is
You
saying
On that
two
level,
for-
yes.
Hamp. They saying a nigga that make $50,000 a year can even lead with money, Hamp.
If he's
A nigga that's
dating
got
lower,
bills,
Hamp,
a
that's
nigga
what
that's
we
got
said.
rent, a nigga that's
Huh?
got car note, a nigga that's got car insurance can somehow lead with money.
Because that's what women want, bro.
If he's
You can't
finding
escape
the
that.
girl in that budget, again, there's a budget for everybody. I gave
Right.
the example. He's going to get the young girl working at the fast food restaurant. He's going to go overseas to
She gonna be able to
Thailand
say-
and get the poor bitch because that $50,000 is taking care of
Go
that
a
bitch,
long
her
way.
family, extended family.
He gotta
He ain't
get
going- he ain't
over
doing all that.
there.
With
And he not doing all that. That's
doing
just
all
that's
that.
baby. That's only for one night. If he going,
Yeah.
if he
That's
doing
not
that,
for
Yeah,
one
he
he's
ain't
not
doing
wifing
that.
that bitch.
Yo,
He sure
that's-
I'll see you when I get back.
He's spending the
It's
30
okay
for
to
like
concede, Mr. Fantastic.
got a whole
he's
It's all
spending
right.
there to
It's all
$30.
right.
He's spending $30 for the Chris Tucker experience on Rush Hour. The fuck you talking about? $30 getting 5 bitches. What are you saying?
Listen. Y'all can't make everything. You heard? Just because she broke, don't mean that now I got money.
Yes.
Her delusions of grandeur because she don't
Her.
because her level is poverty don't then qualify me as leading with money, right? You think because I oppress broke niggas that means that now I'm leading with money, I got money? Nah, this ain't a contextual thing. You gotta have money to lead with it.
No.
If I'm a every other week nigga, except for the first of the month, that's not a nigga. That's not the nigga we talking about.
Y'all looking at it wrong. We not talking.
Right.
No, you looking at it
Look,
wrong.
I'm about to tell you
Way.
how. Attraction is asymmetrical. So what's
Ugh.
attractive to a dude? I'm about to tell you. What's attractive to a dude? Her weight. You know what I'm saying? She got kids. That type of shit. He'll
Yo,
go ahead and
have you-
settle for that shit.
Yo,
and take
come
her to
on, my heart.
Applebee's.
Have you
That's
ever
the type
heard?
of-
Have you ever heard of Instagram?
Yeah.
See, you can't have it both ways, beloved. You can't
What you
say
mean?
they look at Instagram and then aspire for the things that they see, and then you think they're gonna get bamboozled by a nigga that want to go to Chili's. 'Cause that doesn't work.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
not a
No way.
bamboozle.
We're talking
That's not a
about the
bamboozle.
lower level women have.
That's
No,
not a
and
bamboozle.
this
That's
is
lower
this the
level
problem.
bracket.
This
This-
what y'all missing. What we
Yeah.
telling you is even if the lower level woman is an attractive woman, she fucking with scammers. She fucking with NBA players. She fucking with rappers.
That's an
She
oxymoron.
fucking with niggas with a bag.
Yo,
That's an oxymoron. She
They-
can't
No,
be
it's
bad
not
at lower
an
level.
oxymoron. She's attractive.
She can't
won't
be
have
attractive and
access
lower
to-
level.
Just even if she's attractive, she won't have access to
She
those
can't be
men.
attractive and
Yo.
lower
If
level.
she's got
That's-
social media, yes, she
What's available
will.
to her.
no,
If
man.
she got social media, she does.
Yo, that's the problem, right? Yo, they see what money look like. They can identify it, right? That's why niggas was complaining about women not wanting to go on coffee dates. because of the disposition, because of the delusion. It don't just stop at they body types and sex. No, it stop at the men that they think they have access to, who got money or not. Come on, you can't have it all. If you say that, you got to make sure that it is the logic is linear. They delusional.
They got a lot of women that ain't getting touched right now.
A lot.
Yeah. Like low tier, low barrel.
I don't agree with that.
But I'm talking about
that
like
don't make sense.
No,
that don't make sense. So the lower.
I'm about to say, I'm talking about to the type of niggas that he's describing right now that will reach back that far. They not reaching back all the way down to the ground. They probably pull an average chick up because they got money and make her feel like she might be a 7 or 8, but they not going to 2s and 3s.
Yo, this is what y'all. She just gotta look like it.
That's what I'm saying. So the nigga that's 55,000, he could take that and give her.
Nobody is leading with money for the 2s and 3s.
Yes, they is, bro. That's all they got.
What you don't understand is
you don't have to. She's a 2 and a 3.
That's still leading. That's what you're not.
But she don't think she a 2 or 3. These bitches think that they higher.
That's
so
the
y'all
point.
Saying that, but
that's what I'm saying.
Up. Y'all are saying So basically, y'all making a everything is tricking argument. No, that's not realistic.
That's not the argument I'm making.
A man spend. That's what Carissa's saying. Carissa's saying is any money paid is leading with money. No, that's unrealistic.
That's not what that is.
I do believe.
No, Carissa, that's not it.
In your trick bracket, there is a such thing as a trick bracket.
No,
and
Carissa.
Yes, you guys are tricking in your own bracket. Because I do believe that.
You are
a different connotation.
I've heard a woman brag about going to a Red Lobster. So yeah.
No. But you guys are perversing men courting and dating, and you got the audacity to call men tricks because he brings a woman out on a date and spends $100.
That's a date.
That's ridiculous.
Tricking is different,
and that's not leading with money because again, so half of that he's spending on himself. So if you go into a regular chain restaurant, which most of them are even chain restaurants, right? Even Ruth Chris is a chain restaurant. We talking about average family restaurant like Red Lobster, Outback, Carrabba's, so on and so forth, right? That right there, between 2 adults, entrees, appetizer, drinks, or whatever, you're going to end up with, like, let's say $120, right? So 60 for you, 60 for her, right? That's not tricking. That's not leading with money.
Carissa calling all of it tricking.
Well, are we going to bypass my example? But Mr. Fantastic, are we going to bypass my example where I said that man making $50,000 a year is likely dating that lady in Thailand where he's supporting her and her family?
No, nobody's doing that, Carissa.
In Thailand. He's paying for groceries in Thailand.
No, that's not what's happening.
That's what I'm trying to say. So now you're spreading more propaganda about passport bros. It's just not true.
This is fact.
It's not.
It's not. You're not versed enough. You don't know anything about it. You're just hearing the rhetoric that you hear. Most of the dudes that travel, passport bros, are temporary travel, deal with women on temporary time, like you said. They aren't providing for families. They're not even providing for the girls once they're done with them, okay? And it's not even on some prostitution shit. Most of these dudes don't have to go over there and actually engage in prostitution. You just being an American man in those countries, women will target you and women will deal with you.
Well, that's
now, of course, in the process. Go ahead.
That point you made is the key. That's what we actually conversing about. Women targeting, i.e., Caressa saying that nigga's a trick, that nigga's a lunch date, that nigga's this, that nigga's that. So niggas is getting pinpointed by women with Caressa's ideology. And now they leading with money? Nah, that's the predatory aspect. That is the predatory aspect. That's a fact.
You can't get around leading with money because that's what women want. Like, you can't get away from that. That's what I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm about to tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not saying that it's not possible.
I can't believe he about to talk about this shit. Say it. I know, but I said something different. Go ahead.
I was just saying that I'm not saying you can't get a chick without money. I know that that's possible. What I'm saying is that on the bucket list of things that they like the most, it's fucking money. So you gotta, the one who can acquire that the most is gonna get the most women, like hands down, because he's gonna check off one of their biggest boxes. So you can't get around that. So even though on whatever level you on, you're gonna lead with some type of level of money. Saying, I'm not talking about tricking. Tricking is a whole different type of type of thing. I know trick niggas. They pay you to leave, not to stay. So that's why they trick. But on that image, you gotta pay. You know what I mean? Pretty much pay to play, not pay to play, but show provision because that's what she likes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but and again, man, for one, you can definitely listen, bro. There's definitely women that's fucking off the strength, dog. You ain't gotta pay $1, $1 dime, 1 cent.
I agree.
Whatever. She just gotta like you, right? So that's first and foremost.
Yes.
Secondly, what we're saying is there has to be a threshold of money as to where it's quote unquote tricking or leading with money.
I ain't say tricking.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I agree. So
I tricking is paying her to leave.
I don't think you can lead with money under a certain dollar amount, and definitely it's safe to say under $100 spent, right? Definitely to say I would have to say under maybe and just strictly on.
What if a nigga paid a bill? You know what I'm saying? I like bill $55. Can you pay it for me right quick? I get a little piece of pussy. That type of shit. Niggas will do that.
That's tricking though.
That's tricking, yeah.
That is tricking. Yeah, you're right. That's tricking. Yeah, I get that one. Yeah, that's
But
Not going on a date. I don't
Yeah,
see
that's
going on a date
Ressa,
is tricking.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I seen that, Ressa. I seen them women. Nah, that's what they going for. They pinpointing men they can get over on. That archetype of woman is unfortunately in abundance. He ain't leading with money. He being sought after. His little bit of money, whatever he could do, that's what she gonna yield from him. She know his capacity, so she ain't asking him to pay the mortgage, but she'll ask him to pay the Verizon bill. That nigga over there hanging TVs don't know the first thing about finding a stud, but she leveraging vagina or potential access over him, right? Talking about he the simp. Nah, she the predator.
And that nigga he just don't got no experience, bro. Again, I think that's most men. You can't say that the niggas is broke, and we look at the dynamics of where we know most men are, $50,000 a year, and then claim that everybody out here tricking or lead with money. The math just don't add up for it. There's no way. Now, if certain men are being targeted and being used as to where hey, the dinner nigga, the ride nigga, the free Uber nigga, the whatever, so on and so forth, I got you there, and those dudes just don't have the cachet to demand the women that they want, or even women that they can even get for the most part.
They don't have the wherewithal.
Those men,
They don't have to do it.
Those are the minority of men, though. Those men, again, the minority of men are the men that just have to subject themselves to being motherfucking servants and fucking.
I disagree.
Used, bro.
I disagree. I think the majority of men don't know how women think. I think the majority of men don't have the charisma to get women. I think that they look at women like a foreign entity and really don't understand them.
I agree with you there also, no, but I think enough niggas know when I'm being used and not to allow yourself to just to be fucking used, dog.
No.
That's a
Y'all
low.
don't
That's
know.
a very low level.
I'm gonna tell you
When y'all
though.
being
very
finessed,
low
I
level,
promise
man,
you
I'ma
do
tell
not
you
know
why.
when you're being finessed. I strongly disagree with
I can
that.
agree
I
with that
don't, because
point.
I don't get finessed.
I can agree with that point, but what I say is that I think a majority of men will know off the rip, but they gonna have to throw a gamble out there, and that's gonna cost. So even if like that first date, she might just want the nigga for the first date. She know this is gonna be a wham bam, thank you, man, and she out of there, and she not giving him nothing. I think they know that. They know not to keep pursuing that, but I don't think that it's always gonna be a cost evaluated with it when you dealing with women.
I don't disagree there. There's always going to be a cost, but to say that niggas is out here, most or all niggas out here lead with money.
That's the lead with money to me. Outside of tricking, that's the lead with money to me. One date is leading with money.
You have to have a certain level of money and fucking dispensable fucking funds, bro. You have to have money to blow and money to throw away to lead with money.
I think enough, 55,000. I think there's enough money for you to take a bitch on a date one time.
Enough, fam.
I'm telling you, once a month.
And that's what we
come
disagree.
on, bro.
A date is not leading with money, August. And if you taking her to motherfucking Nobu, Steak 48, motherfucking the salt nigga or some shit like that.
I'm talking about some cheap shit. I don't even know.
That's not leading with money. That's not leading with money.
If you paying. What Riley say? Nigga, you paying? Riley said the same shit.
August, every man is going. August, I would say it's less than like 2% of men, even the men we know that have it, like the NBA players and shit and so on and so forth. Them niggas not fucking off the strength. They paying something. So to say that just because a man pays for something in the traditional way of man pays for dinner, the man pays for whatever, no, that is not leading with money. That's just a man doing the simple thing of a woman accompanying him for some shit that he was going to do, and he's paying for the woman along with himself. No,
Man,
that's
you can't
not
say
leading
that
with
because the
money.
math. I'm gonna tell you why the math don't work. If you got two niggas, one got more money than the other, who is she going with?
More
The
likely
nigga with
than
the
not,
most.
if everything is the same, the nigga with the most money.
That's what I'm saying. So if you think about it on those aspects, you can't escape leading with money because that's their top
No.
requirement.
No,
I've been
that still
saying that.
don't. No, just because the nigga that got the money don't gotta spend it. The nigga that got them, just because they got one nigga got, let's say one nigga
Okay.
got 200,000, one nigga got 80,000. If
But he got a
both of the
mouthpiece.
niggas is only offering to take her to motherfucking Red Lobster, it's irrelevant. Now she's still going to choose the nigga that's making the 200,000, but the $200,000 nigga is spending the same amount that the $80,000 nigga was going. You can't say he's leading with money. Now if he fucking takes her to some Michelin star shit, or he motherfucking flies her in a private jet to go somewhere and do some shit, you get to say, all right, that nigga might be, leading with money, but at the same time, that's in his bracket. So if it's something that he normally does, and now she just gets to tag along for his normal activities, that's still not leading with money. That's just his lifestyle, and she gets to deal with a nigga that has a lifestyle that's way above hers.
Okay, I can agree with that part. I can agree with that part.
Yo, man. Net, man, it's tough out here, huh?